thunder of jets in an open sky, a streak of gray, and a cheerful...
So this little gem here that I rolled across, friends, safety tools used in Critical Role. Safety? Really? Are you guys playing D&D in the middle of the road? Car! Game on! Seriously? What safety do you need? If you're talking about mental safety, go see a shrink. So in this video, she goes over a bunch of nonsense and tries to get you. It's not just about Critical Role, although I have to say this entire video at 47 minutes and 36 seconds long is about 80% fanboyism to Critical Role. This woman is a huge fan. Let's watch a little bit here. Yes, character bleed. And before we get started, can I just ask a question? You SJW people, do you hire the same 3 artists all the time? Like all of this artwork, all of your artwork, when an SJW is involved, it all looks the same. I swear you have 3 artists that you guys hire. And I think they all work at Marvel. Let's check this out.
You can even experience what is known as character bleed, where you struggle to detangle your feelings from that of your character.
There were a few games that I would leave from, and I would kind of have a little bit of this like anger and frustration, and it was like pissing me off, like inhabiting her.
This ability to affect our inner self means that D&D can act almost like an act.
Could we just get over ourselves already? Could we get our heads out of our own asses? That woman that was just on the screen is a paid actress. She's a voice actress. She's trying to inhabit a role to entertain you, you schmuck. And at the same time, she's playing a game. It's a game, guys. If you're that enthralled into your character, maybe you shouldn't play these games. Maybe you should play Monopoly.
Actually be therapy.
D&D for me is a great cathartic release for me and acts kind of like therapy. Is it the same for you? And if so, does it help your mental health?
Yeah. I look forward to this game before it was a show and when it was a show every week. It just let me kind of get my demons out.
Like, and there's another thing, the demons out, really? Bro, it's nobody's job at that table for you to come and unleash your demons and expect everybody at the table to be okay with that. If that's what you're doing, that's fine. Keep it to yourself. But the table does not need to accommodate your idiocy. It's a session, quote unquote, of D&D. It kills me. The word session makes me mad because it's like these people equivocate to a session of a therapy session. That's not what it is, man. It's a game. Do you expect to play like Connect 4 while you rant and rave about all the things that are wrong in your life, or the fact that you don't really know who you are? That's not what Connect 4 is for. Connect 4 for. Haha. Oh my God. So let's go over the tool. Let's check out the tools. Oh wait, first a word from the illustrious Extra Credit. Because what SJW nonsense wouldn't be complete without words from Extra Credit? There's one guy just started like 2 days ago when all of a sudden all the rule books had their SJW, terms of service in them.
But if you described the experience to, I don't know, say your friendly neighborhood space alien, riding a roller coaster is about hurtling down a very high railroad track at top speed in an open train as you're thrown in a variety of
That's exactly what my game's like.
Doesn't sound like fun, so much as sheer terror. And during the ride, there's a part of you that intellectually understands you'll be fine. But there's another part of you that's a little worried you might die. Playing a game that pushes...
Seriously, man, are you worried that you're going to die while you're playing D&D? Are you really equivocating the fear of death, like legitimate physical pain, with playing Dungeons and Dragons? Are you serious? That's ridiculous. This guy is so far up his own ass. All these people are so far up their own asses. I think that they probably just smell like shit constantly. Oh man, this guy.
Pushes your personal boundaries can feel the same. Well, maybe not the part about possibly dying, but it can be scary to dredge up the darker parts of your psyche and bring them out for everyone to see. And sometimes it can be cathartic to play through that kind of scenario. Or
Again, it's not therapy, bros. It's not therapy. D&D is not supposed to be, was it ever meant to be a group of people getting together to work out their mental health issues? Then they provide us a list. Look at this. They provide us a list of what to do before the game, during the game, and after the game. I don't know about you, but it's hard enough to get people together to play a damn game. Now I'm supposed to make them all fill out forms, consent, give me a list of shit that's acceptable, not acceptable. Get out of here. You don't want death in the game. Okay, go play go play somewhere else. Go play with one of these idiots. What fun is that game? Open table. Is that like an open relationship? And make sure you take breaks. Is somebody not allowing their players to take breaks? Really? Like somebody has to go pee and you're saying like, no pee breaks. I know that's not what they mean, but Jesus Christ. And a reality check, just so you know, guys, this isn't real. Your game of Dungeons and Dragons, I know it's rough. It's hard to understand. It's not real. In fact, it's so not real that the ass in the last video, their epic, whatever the hell it is, or extra credit. Yeah, extra credit guy. Oh my God. Yeah, nobody's afraid that they're actually going to die, doofus. And nobody is bringing out their darker innermost thoughts if they're not comfortable with doing so. Nobody's sharing shit they don't want to share, and nobody's making them. Stay in the epic, the checking in. So we're supposed to stop every little bits and do a check-in, make sure, hey, I'm going to check in right now, guys. I'll check in with you throughout this video, make sure you feel safe and at home, even though, I might eat you at any moment, because, sometimes I get sometimes I need to eat and I get hungry, and humans are good, tasty snacks. Traffic lights, red, yellow, and green, and this should be implemented at everybody's table so we could check the status. Yeah, it's like the hospital. How much pain is the patient in? Look at their face to tell. And they've got the little smiley face chart with like 6 different smiley faces or frowny faces, and that's how the nurse is supposed to determine how much pain you're in. That's what we're supposed to do, guys. That's what we're supposed to do. And at the end of the game, make sure you have a debriefing and aftercare. I'll tell you, I don't think I can talk about my after game care. Stars and wishes, yeah. That's what they want you to do there is give your DM, tell your DM, give him a star. Give him a star. Oh, give him a star. We, us DMs, we love to get a little golden star from our players. Let us know that we did a good job. Of course, we want to know if the game is being fun or not. Every GM wants to know if the players are having fun. That's the whole reason we're doing it. But I don't need a goddamn golden star from you schmucks. And any GM that does, man, grow up. I swear, most of these problems could be resolved without all this nonsense if you guys would do 2 things. Don't be douchebags and grow up and be adults. That's what somebody needs to tell you that. Grow up and be an adult. Next, D&D is all about trust. It's trust, guys. Trust.
Share an experience.
Yeah, gotta share an experience.
Play, be silly, be serious, and agree that within this space, we will keep each other safe. Trust is first.
Because as a dungeon master, you could just plop a red dragon down onto a group of first level characters. There's nothing in the rules saying you can't do that. Fundamentally, D&D is a trust exercise.
yeah, fundamentally D&D is a trust exercise. You know that. I know. My old corporation that I used to work for, they were always trying to send us away to better improve us, and that was definitely one of the things we did. We played D&D for the trust exercises. That's what we did. Yep. Companies all are going to start instituting D&D or role-playing games to teach their employees about trust. And you know, when couples go to therapy, they're going to get to sit down and role play some fantasy role playing games. That's what they're going to do. Like this chick here on the right, I don't know their names, man. I hate Critical Role. It's like watching a bunch of no talent high school kids in drama class try to put on the play of like Fiddler on the Roof or something. And even sometimes they sing, and you can totally tell that the people singing, they don't want to do it. The freaking producers are making them do it because the stupid fans want to see, because the fans can't read between the lines. Sorry, let me interject here. I forgot this clip, but I need it to be in here for you to see this based on the point that I just made. So we're going to sing now with the cast and crew of Critical Role, and I'm going to pause it and point something out to you guys.
Example of this that I love is when everyone in Critical Role joins in when Scanlan starts to sing a song. Sam is not going to be out there alone. As soon as the cast figure out what the song is, they're going to join in.
Hey, look at this guy, and then watch this guy, and just look at the reactions. They don't want to be singing, and then listen to him. He doesn't want to be singing either, but they want a paycheck, so there you go.
Well, then I saw her mace, now I'm a believer, without a trace,
So cringy.
I'm in love, ooh, I'm a believer.
Like, you honestly think they're doing that because they want to and it's fun? I digress. Back to the original program. And then we got this thing. This thing freaking kills me. We got the digital RPG consent checklist. If you're using this, I'm not even gonna say what I think. You know what I think. The digital RPG consent checklist, where you can say what's gonna trigger you and what's gonna make you need to go cry. Oh, you said something about blood. You brought up eyeballs. Seriously, eyeballs is one of the things on here that you don't want in your fantasy game. You don't want anything to do with eyeballs because eyeballs freak you out. But we're supposed to hand this out to our players before the game, and it's supposed to be anonymous. Okay. Then you're gonna wait for it. Wait for it. Do you wonder why they have to have these consent forms? And I'm gonna show you why right now. Right now. This is role playing. What is that guy doing over on the side there? I mean, I know this is a live stream and they're just trying to fit the cameras together. Look how intently he's watching that. He's like, oh yeah, I've dreamed about this. I've dreamed about this.
Communication before you start.
That's ridiculous. How is that? Oh my God. Could you imagine? It's role playing, honey. I hope neither of them have spouses or significant others, because good luck explaining that one. It was role. It didn't mean anything. My character loves her character. But there's no feelings there. I wasn't trying to get creepy or anything. I wasn't using the role playing. Now, if you were a dude doing that at a table and you're like, come on, but my character's in love with your character, and you said your character loves mine back. So, I mean, instead of just narrating what happens, let's throw down, baby. Come on, knock these dice off this table. Let's go at it. Oh, sorry about your DM screen. I got some soda pop on it, and you got some pizza stuck to your foot there. But we were in the moment. We were role playing. Oh my God, D&D is great. Now, if you were a dude trying to do that, man, you'd be a scumbag. You'd never be allowed at anybody's table ever again. That shit would make its way all over the place. No one would ever play with you. You know that there's guys out there trying to do that. You know there are. You hear horror stories. I got the internets. Yeah. That's got a freaking term too, called graph paper. When you and another real life person, your characters have a relationship, even though you don't really in real life. That's called graph paper. I don't know where that came from or why. What does graph paper have to do with it? That we have reality checks. This is where we're supposed to check in with one another, make sure we're all okay. Are you okay? Speaking of which, this is my time for you. It's time for me to ask you, are you okay? Is there anything I can do to help you? Anything? Is there anything? Anything? That's okay if there's not, because I'm not qualified to give you that kind of help anyways. So let's have a little bit of a laugh.
Or upset, or a real world thing may happen. Reality checks put the game to one
Yeah,
side
real world stuff happens to all of us.
at the table.
When we did LARPing stuff back at Wayfinder, we would have a.
Is it just me?
We had a thing called
LARPing's
reality
weird to
check,
me.
which was also used for like if somebody fell and broke their leg or something, because we were sort of outdoor physical LARPers, but also was used for like discomfort emotionally. If you're like, this scene's too intense for me for whatever reason, there'd be
This
like
scene's too intense for me.
check. We all break character. We attend to this need. When it's handled, we do fantasy checks.
I love how there's titles for
Here's some
everything.
examples of
You should know, probably, you weren't comfortable with whatever was going on in your live action role playing, which, you people that haven't played, this is one of the things that makes me upset about this stuff, right? Is there's players out there or potential players who have never played D&D before and are watching this and they're like, fuck that. This D&D is for freaking psychopaths. And that's just it, man. These people, based on this stuff that I've seen, I swear to God, if they were alive back in the early 80s, back when I started playing, that they would have, like the Tom Hanks movie would have been real, man. Mazes and Monsters would have been real. These people can't separate themselves from little Jackie Paper them. It's unreal. I don't get it. Reality checks. No, dude, you were at the LARP. You didn't want to partake in whatever the activity was, and nobody did a reality check. They didn't stop everything that was going on and then ask you, hey, is everybody okay with this? We're gonna have a reality check. Ding ding, ding ding. Ring the bell. Let's have a reality check. And no. You said, I don't want to participate. They're like, all right, whatever, dude. And they went on and did their thing. Well, you sat there and didn't participate because you weren't comfortable with it, which is fine. But you're also talking about LARP, which isn't the same as tabletop. See, it's got the word table is in there, and you're LARPing. Another activity for that, primarily a bunch of people that want to act that didn't take any lessons or really hone their skill at all. Never mind.
Matt dropping out of the game and making sure his players are okay.
And then you okay?
I'm good.
Okay.
It really is making me feel like I've got to poop.
17 minutes.
I mean, that's good that we know that. She feels like she has to poop.
Should I turn it off? Is it like
I mean, you guys do, I'm talking to you, Critical Role fans, specifically the ones that make the video, or these kind of videos, not specifically it's one person, but they're paid. They are paid actors. They have these things in place because they are paid by a company, and that company could be sued. And companies don't like being sued. Companies have legal teams to make sure being sued doesn't happen. So they have money, they have sponsors. It's just ridiculous to me. But you're going to implement these things at your table because you want your players to be safe. Hey, here's an idea. Don't make out with your friends at the table in relationship role playing. And remember, you're playing in the real world, guys. We're in the real world here. Is everybody still okay? Did I offend you? I'm sorry, Nancy. Go watch a different video if that offends you. Then we're supposed to debrief.
Text chat, the cast have to talk about the game details. Talks mucking.
Yeah, they have this because it gets you to view it, you twit.
Surrounded by mementos of the game.
Guys.
No judgment for thinking deeply and emotionally
Guys,
about the game.
No,
but also
no judgment for thinking deeply and emotionally about the game. This is done as fan service because they get more money for doing this show.
No, it was some really fun.
They get more. This guy, he kills me. Most of the footage that is in this video that shows this guy, he's got a t-shirt with his own face on it. I mean, really? Okay. Seriously though, the Talks Machina, it's another venue for money. More people tune in to watch that. We get more ad revenue, subscription revenue, sponsor revenue. These people are playing this game live on Twitch for you because paychecks. They're actors as well. As I said, probably failed actors. This guy, he even says fine acting.
Fine acting on the part of my cast.
They're fine acting.
And I enjoyed watching.
Castmates, they're great actors.
I did.
None of you are great actors, man. Oh, all right. And then we got the debrief after death.
Go out with the players to get drinks.
Yeah, after your players die, take them out to dinner, man. Yeah, because we all got Critical Role money, Matt.
You guys remind yourself that it's just
we all got Critical Role money. We can afford to take out our group of however many players.
Trust enough.
We've all got it. We've all got that kind of money. Are you kidding me? Even if you do, it's not up to you. Your character, somebody's character died. It's a game. Oh man, I'm sorry. I beat you in Monopoly. Don't cry, Billy. Don't cry, Susie. Don't worry. Uncle Grim's gonna bring you out for a nice steak dinner. Right. What the hell is wrong with these people? Yeah, then we talk about the stars and wishes and all that other nonsense. And the aftercare. What kills me though is this one. This is specifically about the fans of Critical Role giving themselves aftercare for mental health. Oh, it's coming up. It's coming up. I promise. Are you all right?
Finally,
here it is. Audience safety. Yeah, I'm sorry. I was a little off on the time.
I like to trust that the cast are being safe. If they're mad or sad or upset or they understand each other's boundaries.
They understand each other's boundaries.
After yourself while watching Critical Role.
I mean, with some Vaseline.
Different people to debrief. Do you have a good crit roll buddy?
Do you got a crit roll buddy
that you watch the show with or live tweet with? We now
really
have the crit roll content warning project.
Well, thank goodness we got Crit Roll Wiki about content warnings because you might get triggered watching the show.
And let me know in the comments what you do to stay safe at your table.
Nothing. You know what I do?
About how to
you know what I do to stay safe at my table? I just try to give everybody a good game, and I don't play in the road or have my table teetering at the top of a skyscraper where I'm afraid it might topple over at any minute. How about you? What do you do to keep your table safe? Do you implement this nonsense? God, I hope not. I've got some other videos that I can't keep quiet about anymore. I'll share those with you later, but this one's already getting a little bit long in the tooth, as they say. So I hope you enjoyed it. Give a like, subscribe. If you didn't like it, I'm sorry. Hit the thumbs down button then and go have a cry. I don't know what else to tell you. We can't all agree, and I think that this nonsense is exactly that. And rather than getting all sorts of ornery about it, which I have, I'm not gonna lie, I've gotten ornery about it many times, but having a good laugh at it and sharing that is, I think, more productive in the grand scheme of things. If you want to institute these forms of stuff, man, knock yourself out. If you ever bring one to my house, I'm gonna show you what I do with it. Until then, remember Grimm's golden rules. 1. Your role-playing table is not your therapist's office. It is not up to the other players that you're playing with to act as your emotional support group while you figure shit out. Your DM is not, most likely, not a licensed therapist. And even if they are, they're there to have fun, man. Visit them during office hours. Number 2, don't be a douchebag. That's right, I said, don't be a douchebag. And number 3, grow up and be an adult. Until next time, this is Grim, and I'll see you on the other side.